Hello guys! Today I'm going to talk about present perfect tense. What does it look like, how to use it, and when to use it. First of all, let's have a look at the form of the present perfect tense. The positive form. We have to start firstly with the subject of the sentence, which may be a proper noun or a pronoun, like I, you, he, she, and so on. Then I have to put an auxiliary verb, okay, which is verb to have or has. Then I have to put the past participle form of the verb. So the main verb here is the past participle verb. For regular verbs, the past participle form of the verb is the same as the past tense verb. So you just add ed. For example, the verb watch. As a past simple, we have to say watched, so we add ed. And also as a past participle form, we add ed. So we say watch, watched, watched. So that's about the present perfect positive form. Subject, verb to have, and the past participle. Okay, the negative form. We start with the subject. Also, we start with the subject, then have or has. Then we have to put not to make a negative sentence. So after have or has, we have to put not, then the past participle verb. So the difference between the negative and the positive here is not. After have or has, in the negative sentence, I have to put not. Now let's see how to make a question. Here we have to start with have or has, okay? Then the subject, then the past participle form of the verb. To answer to this question, we have to answer with yes or no. So when someone asks you, have you seen hair? So you can say, yes I have, or no I haven't, or I have not. That's about the form of the present perfect tense. Okay, let's read these examples together. I have walked. I haven't walked. Have I walked? So that's as positive, negative, and question. You have walked. You haven't walked. Have you walked? He or she or it has walked. He or she hasn't walked. Has he or she or it walked? We have walked. We haven't walked. Have we walked? You have walked. You haven't walked. Have you walked? They have walked. They haven't walked. Have they walked? Okay, so that's about the form of the present perfect. Now, let's have a look at the uses of the present perfect. When should we use the present perfect tense? We should use the present perfect tense when there is a connection between the present and past. So it's like a bridge that's connecting the present to the past. So we can say that the first use of the present perfect tense is when I talk about actions started in the past and continuing in the present. For example, when I say, they haven't lived here for years. She has worked in the bank for 5 years. We have had the same car for 10 years. Have you played the piano since you were a child? The next use of the present perfect tense is when the time period referred to has not finished. So it's unfinished time period. For example, this week, this year, this month. All of these are unfinished time periods. For example, I have worked hard this week. It has rained a lot this year. We haven't seen hair today. Another use of the present perfect tense, actions repeated in an unspecified period between the past and now. For example, they have seen that film 6 times. It has happened several times already. She has visited them frequently. We have eaten at that restaurant many times. Another use of the present perfect tense, actions completed in the very recent past, and I use just here. For example, have you just finished work? I have just eaten. We have just seen her. Has he just left? So that's about the use of the present perfect tense. Now let's have a look at the signal words or the key words of the present perfect tense. We often use the following words with the present perfect tense. For example, already, ever, for, just, since, and yet. Now let's guess. Which word is followed by a certain time in the past? Excellent. It's since. For example, we have been to the airport 5 times since July. July here is a certain time in the past, so I use since. I haven't seen Helen since last summer. Okay, now let's guess. Which word is followed by a length of time? Excellent. For. For example, I have been a member of the drama club for 3 years. She hasn't written to me for a year. Okay. Now let's notice that if the answer is negative, we can use have or has plus never plus past participle. And here it means not at any time. So here I can change not to never, okay? Or I can say never instead of not to make a negative answer. For example, when someone asks you, have you ever been to Tokyo Disneyland? So you can say yes I have, no I haven't, or no I have not. Or you can say no I have never been to Tokyo Disneyland. So here we can say never instead of not to make a negative answer. Also, when someone asks you, has he ever taken cooking lessons? Yes, he has, or no, he hasn't, or no, he has not. Or also you can say, no, he has never taken cooking lessons. So here we can say never instead of not. Okay. With the positive statements, to stress that something has happened, I can use already. So, for example, I can say Karen has already left Hong Kong. Another example, I have seen that film or the new film, and I also can say I have already seen the new film. Okay, let's answer these questions together. Put the verbs into the correct form, present perfect simple. So we have here to use the present perfect simple. The first one, I not work today. Excellent. I have not worked today. The next one, we buy a new lamp. Great. We have bought a new lamp. We not plan our holiday yet. Great. We haven't planned our holiday yet. The next one, where be you? Good job. Where have you been? He writes 5 letters. Excellent. He has written 5 letters. she not see him for a long time? Great. She hasn't seen him for a long time. Be you at school? Excellent. Have you been at school? School not start yet. Great. School hasn't started yet. Speak he to his boss? Great. Has he spoken to his boss? Okay. The last two slides, guys, will be a homework, okay? And I hope you will be fine soon and see you soon. Thank you so much. Thank you for your watching.